flying with your buddies last Friday, flying to Chicago.
Who was that?
Sooners.
Oh, really?
Their whole wrestling team.
Yeah.
I'm wearing OSU gear.
Good.
They looked at me. They looked at me like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, how'd the seeding matches go, and how did it kind of shake up for the lineup for the opener?
Yeah, ranking matches. I was pleased with it. Thought we did pretty good, you know, and it's good to see good competition. So, you know, I think we'll probably won't be a lot of change. We'll take 14 athletes and take 2 guys at 141 possibly, and 2 guys at 140, 157. 2 guys at 184 and 2 guys at heavyweight. So that's kind of where we're at. And so those weight classes just felt like we needed to take extra people.
Coach, I know you'll have wrestle-offs, but how much does that, I guess, just the record, or I guess just the performance in the wrestle-off weigh into the decision to ultimately start someone?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's more or less you're thinking about maybe getting something in before competition. And normally it would be a tournament, but it just felt like, you know, between some of our young guys in this freshman class we brought in, that we could get enough competition by just going against each other, you know, rather than maybe going to an open tournament. And so for that reason, I just decided, you know, that we've got enough people. We can get 2 matches in with everybody, maybe 3 for some of the weights, which some of the weights did go 3, and it was literally a mini tournament with your own team. And so, and being able to do that at home and being able to, you know, get it all on film is nice.
I remember, you know, you guys usually have the orange and black ranking matches. This year, you know, you guys usually have those duels. This year, what was the decision not to have those?
Just too much going on.
Okay.
You know, it just really felt like, you know, it was going to last too long. I mean, we did that over about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. And so, you know, we would prefer to do the orange and black, but, you know, just sometimes it just needs to be the right time, and it gives you that opportunity of doing it. And by no means are we not going to do that. We'll continue to do that in the future.
Who wrestled the best? I mean, who, when you walked away, wow, I like what I saw.
You know, I don't know. I thought we had a few of them. You know, I thought we had Serber that wrestled pretty good. You know, he had to beat 2 good, pretty competitive heavyweights, and he did that. I thought really Plott seemed to wrestle pretty good coming off of surgery after nationals last year. I thought he looked good. I mean, he wrestled a couple freshmen, but good competitive freshmen. I didn't see anyone look bad. You know, and I don't know how good you can look early on, but those guys stand out to me a little bit more than the rest, you know. And so I thought 149, to be honest with you, what we were looking for and hopefully trying to see out of the rest of the team, I thought G-Feller delivered that. A level of intensity, a level in-your-face attitude that just kind of got you fired up. And at a weight class where it's pretty competitive in our room. And so he really didn't have a match where he didn't seem to be on the offense, the aggressor. And so first few guys I mentioned, there was nobody like G-Feller. It's just a little late response to remembering him because we haven't seen him in a while. But what we saw, I think, this past weekend was exciting, and if somebody's going to beat them, they're going to have to, you know, put a level of intensity into the match to make that happen.
John, openers are always special, but does this one seem a little more special in that you're taking your program to a part of the country that you haven't been in a while, and to a program that, you know, was kind of on life support and has new life, and you're kind of going in to kind of help them breathe new life into it. Is this a little special occasion?
Oh, I don't know. One is we owed them a date. Two, they got a new coach. Old coach I really like. The new coach is one of the best coaches in the country. And they got a great program. They had a national champion last year. They're ranked 15th in the country. I mean, this is a tough opener for us. Both of these back-to-back matches on the road, they're a real challenge. And so for that reason, I'm focused on the win. I'm focused on the team performing well. I'm glad we get to go to Stanford. It just seems odd to me that, when things like that happen at a place like that, that nobody's getting fired, kind of odd, that you take 10, 12 programs through something like that and then reinstate them all. I mean, talk about student athletes, mental health. I mean, Jesus, so anyway, I better slow down on that. Sometimes it's just kind of like, who's in trouble for this? Now that, so, I just like that I'm just excited about the opportunity, and I'm real excited about the dual meet. We haven't been out west, like you said, in a while.
Yeah.
You mentioned Serber. How's he, just weight-wise, starting to fill in at heavyweight? I mean, it looked like he probably still a bit undersized for that weight when you just walk past.
Yeah, well, I mean, 225. We still have Harris, and Harris is, by no means. I mean, he had a great year last year, finished strong last year. So don't underestimate, what Harris is capable of doing. But we've had small heavyweights in the past, Gilagayev from a Russian heavyweight. I think of Roshal. Roshal got bigger as time went by, and so you're seeing some of these small heavyweights have a lot of success, and they got to be quicker, they got to be faster, and they got to have a level of conditioning that it's going to require them to probably do a little bit more. When you're wrestling somebody that's 15 pounds bigger, you're going to feel it. So it requires you to be in better shape. And so for Serber, he's likely to start in Stanford. So let's get his career started.
Derek White, another one of those guys who came in
Derek
kind of
White,
small
yeah.
and then eventually
Started at 97 and
Yeah.
ended up at heavyweight. So, I mean, we've had a lot of success, but you got to be able to wrestle. You got to be able to move if you're going to be wrestling at that weight and giving up weight. So, I'm pleased with our heavyweights. I really am. We're fortunate. We got three quality men in our program at that weight class. These are quality people, not just good wrestlers, but really good men.
You spoke a couple weeks ago about some of the freshmen that impressed you, and you mentioned again from the rankings matches. How many freshmen are you expecting to take with you this weekend?
Say that again.
How many freshmen are you expecting to take with you this weekend?
Oh, technically they're all freshmen, right? I mean, from standpoint of giving a year back, Mastro gets a year back. He's a freshman. Fix is not. Carter Young could be traveling with us. If he's cleared, he's a freshman. We have 49. Plot technically is a freshman.
Serber also technically
Serber's
freshman.
technically, he never had a year, all of a sudden, this extra year that it hasn't really helped us a whole lot, especially when you don't bring back seniors. And so that's the challenge a little bit as we go through this season is that we gotta overcome maybe not having 3 or 4 guys on our team that are 25 years old. Does make a difference, and we just kind of wrong year for us, but it doesn't mean anything. It just means that we're going to have to get better quicker.
You mentioned if Young is cleared. Is that unusual for it to be this late in the process and still not know on a guy?
Well, it's just a process of when you go from one place to the next, you know, and so I don't think it's anything intentional or anything that I think it's just the process takes time, yeah. Maybe-
Obviously, you won't be here this weekend, but you know, you were part of the golden age of Oklahoma State athletics. How special is it going to be to see Barry Sanders finally being recognized
Well,
here?
you know, I mean, you have an opportunity to be in school with him at the same time, down in the weight room when we were all down in this weight room together. I mean, little did we all know what a special time it really was, you know. And of course, you know, we all knew what Barry was capable of, but you know, I'm just glad that during our time, you know, guys like Barry motivated a generation of young people, you know, young football players, young athletes, you know. You know, I was motivated to be the best in the world because I was around guys that were the best at what they were doing, you know. And it does rub off on each other. And I think that, you know, you look back with Robin Ventura and Thurman Thomas and those guys, you know, you just realize, you know, as these guys are getting awards even during that time, that highly motivating, you know. And so I'm just, I'm real excited for Barry and his statue. Well deserved.
If OSU wrestling were to build a statue, who do you believe of all the greats that there's been should be the first one in line?
You know, well, you'd have to start with Gallagher. I mean, this guy did more for wrestling in the U.S. all over the world than you can imagine. I think following him up would be Griffith, pretty close. You know, you think about a guy that had to step in some shoes and keep something going, you know. He stepped in the shoes and put a lot of coaches out during his era. So, you know.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think you're really wrong. I think you'd be
I don't know.
posing for that statue.
I've already got a statue. Dale City. Go see
Yeah, I
it.
know. I've seen it.
I'm an eagle.
I've seen it. You're an eagle. I've seen it. I've seen
I'm a
it,
cowboy too, but
if you look
I'm
at
sure
that,
proud to
if
be
you
an
look at
eagle.
that succession, you took a program that was struggling, and
Yeah.
I think I
Well-
like his humbleness.
Now,
Is that a word, humbleness?
I think when you get
so.
older, you don't want a statue. I'm good.
Well, no, it'd be
Time out.
posing as younger John Smith. There won't be wrinkles or anything. It'll be
Yeah.
younger John Smith.
Yeah.
John Smith.
well, I know having talked to you in the past, I think I bet you'd probably say Yojo deserves it before you did.
Jojo Utaki, you know, two-time Olympic champion, you know.
I know you said he
I don't know. I think when you think of things like that, you think over a long period of time, you know. And I think when you see Barry Sanders, you know, I think it's something we're still proud of, right? I mean, his accomplishment still makes us all proud. Recognize that that never goes away. That never disappears. And,
Neither do Olympic gold
no,
medals.
you're right. You're right. But my
I'm
my
filling in
point
for
is,
you.
yeah, this is about Barry this weekend, you know, and so I'm just glad I was around him. I'm glad that we have a relationship. We don't get to talk a whole lot, but we see each other every now and then. And one time, I tell you in one story, I was in the airport, and he comes up to me with his hat down, pulled his hat down, and he comes right up to me. I'm thinking, who is this guy? And he lifts his head up, and bam, there's Barry. And it's like scared the heck out of me. I said, hey, Barry. Anyway, good times. Yeah, good times.
Coach, how, if any, have you seen AJ's trip to Columbia benefit his health?
Ask him.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah.
You've obviously got a lot going on with the season about to start and stuff, but do you have any reaction to the NCAA's decision on the basketball team?
Oh, you know, yeah, unfortunate. You know, it didn't seem to be fair. You know, So I'm going to be a little careful what I say. We have a history with the NCAA, you know. Yeah, it's unfortunate, you know. Just when you read the results and the things, it didn't seem fair.
Have you heard any update from the Rangers people, from their marketing, how that thing is taken off?
Oh, I think it's gone well, real well. You know, I think a lot of the big tickets went fast, suites went fast. So I think it's been a good result. I think, you know, a lot of that may be, you know, they haven't put up I don't think they put up for sale the lower end tickets. I'm not sure, but I think it's gone really well, you know, so that'll be exciting.